remember sitting late at night, laptop open, scripts half written, code files lying next to me, and thinking, how am I supposed to be both of these people? Because by day, I was a lawyer, structured, precise, accountable, and by night, I was building something else, a creator, a singer, an anchor, someone still figuring herself out. For a long time, I thought this was a problem. Everyone around me seemed to think the answer was obvious. Pick one, commit, stop splitting yourself. That eventually I would have to choose. But I didn't. And that refusal to choose is where my idea begins. We often believe that big ideas need big beginnings, more time, better resources, the perfect moment. But what if the real advantage comes from something else? What if we are forced to live in two different worlds at once? Because when you hold two identities, you don't just divide your time, you expand how you think. Research in cognitive flexibility and identity diversification and work by Herminia Ibarra and Adam Galinsky suggest that people who engage in multiple roles are often better at generating original ideas because they are constantly switching perspectives and integrating different ways of thinking. They connect patterns that others don't see, and that is exactly what happened with me. Law taught me discipline, deadlines, structure, showing up prepared. Creativity taught me expression, voice, presence, connection. Individually, they were useful, but together, they became powerful because structure made my creativity consistent and creativity made my structure human. And this is where we misunderstand small places. We think they are limitations, lack of time, lack of resources, lack of clarity, but in reality, they are training grounds. They teach you discipline when no one is watching. They build resilience when nothing is working. And they force you to create without guarantees. I didn't have abundance. I had fragments of time, a few minutes between meetings, late nights after long days, a phone camera instead of a full setup. And instead of waiting for more, I learned to build within less. Because when your time is limited, you stop overthinking and you start executing. But let me be honest, constraints don't always create something great. Sometimes they just create exhaustion. Small places don't always produce big ideas. But what constraints almost always create is the ability to work without permission, and that changes everything. You don't wait to feel ready, you learn to act anyway. And slowly, quietly, something shifts. Your work becomes clearer, your voice becomes stronger, your identity becomes integrated. For me, that was the real realization. I was never meant to choose between being a lawyer or a creator. The tension between the two, logic and creativity, structure and expression, that tension was not my weakness. It was my advantage. So maybe the idea isn't that small places are there for big beginnings. Maybe the real idea is this: when you allow different parts of yourself to coexist instead of forcing a choice, you don't just grow faster, you think differently, and that is where the original ideas begin. Thank you so much.